Hi, this is Gene Monterastelli, the editor of TappingQA.com, and welcome to day 16 of our 30-day tapping challenge. Today, we're going to spend a little time tapping for having conversations with people who we disagree with in pretty radical ways. So do this for me. Tap on the side of the hand, take a nice big deep breath. And you might want to tune into one of those people who you interact with, but you know that there are some touchy subjects that are going to make it difficult to navigate those conversations. Take another nice big deep breath. I recognize the fact that there are people in my life that I disagree with. People in my life I seriously disagree with. There are even people in my life who hold beliefs that I think are destructive, that I think are dangerous. And this makes it hard to interact with them sometimes. And I'd be willing to bet it's also hard for them to interact with me. I recognize the fact we are all in this together. We are all connected. We are all one. And at the exact same time, it can be really hard to see that. When we disagree so seriously. I give myself permission to be strong. I give myself permission to be thoughtful. I give myself permission to be deliberate. In all of these interactions, I recognize others are not defined by a single belief. The same way I am not defined by a single belief. This doesn't mean that I'm passive. This doesn't mean that I'm permissive. This doesn't mean that I'm a doormat. Instead, it means I can be strong. I can be dedicated. And I can see the humanity in someone else who I disagree with vehemently. Nice big deep breath. This issue is particularly hard. We live in such galvanizing times, and it's so easy to get caught up in the cacophony of conversation in that particular way. And again, it's important that we stand for what we believe in. We fight for what we think is right. And it's more useful when we recognize the humanity of those that we're engaging with. If you enjoyed this little tap along, if you found it helpful, I'd really encourage you to check out the Tapping Q&A podcast. It's absolutely free everywhere you get audio. There's over 130 hours of tap alongs just like this. Interviews with some of the best change work professionals in the world, tapping instruction, everywhere you get audio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Pandora. Just search for Tapping Q&A. Also, give us a follow on Instagram. We put up free resources there all of the time, Tapping Q&A. And follow the little arrow. Click the red button down below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Most importantly, turn on those notifications so every single time we have a new resource, you are able to find your way to it and you hear about it right away. Finally, if you know someone in your life who's struggling in these galvanizing times and they might find this tap along useful, pass it along, be our ambassador. Don't spam your inbox, but you might know someone who could really use this today, and their day will be a little brighter because you reached out. For Tapping Q&A and the 30-day tapping challenge, I've been Gene Montrestelli. I look forward to tapping with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.